Hi, this is Nikki, and I'm here to share messages that I get from Spirit and from all of our higher selves that are all on this journey to love. And I'm going to do, if you look at this deck of cards, this is a new deck of cards that I've got, and it is the Starman Tarot, influenced by the artist that work, and the artist is called David De Angelis, David of the Angels, and it is all around David Bowie. And the guy that has done these, David, worked with, or David, I should say, worked with David Bowie on his albums as the artist. And so when I went into the tarot, I went to the crystal shop where I go to get the crystals for the crystal grid that I do. And in the window was this tarot. And I just knew I was really drawn to go to it yesterday or the day before. And of course, when I saw this in the window, I was like, I knew that's why I was meant to come today, because we have David Bowie is such a massive messenger, especially for Twin Flames. There are so many messages in his songs. And also his last album before he died, in the cover, if you put it in certain light, it is filled with gold stars. So it has the golden energy, the trademark golden energy that we're moving into. So this deck is absolutely amazing. So the questions I asked for all of us who are on a twin flame journey was this. Oh, firstly, and the other thing is all my messages go from one to the next to the next. The lady who I read a letter out for yesterday, if you go and check out that video, it's I read out letter 13 and 31. And then overnight she contacted me to say, thank you so much. Her twin, who she hadn't heard from since October, got in contact with her last night. So again, all these little miracles that happen all over are just gorgeous. So the questions that I asked the tarot, I asked, what was the message that your twin wanted to give, or what does the message to our divine counterparts want to give around reunion, right? So the questions was, what do we need to know around the twin flame journey and reunion? So the message and I'm going to read from the book, because the messages from the book are just amazing, and really tell the story about how, the duality of this journey is that it is, the journey of awakening is both amazing and also very challenging. So the cards really speak about that, and it's just a really lovely meaning and a very profound. I would say that these cards are very, very profound. So the first one was, what does your twin want to tell you about the journey of reunion? And it is the Six of Swords. Six of Swords in traditional tarot is moving towards, the breath of life, basically leaving old, mental torture behind. Then I asked, what does the universe want us to know around our reunions and our twin flame journey? And it is the Three of Swords. So the Three of Swords, and if you look, I'm going to read again the meaning from the book, because it is so wonderful, the meaning, because the Three of Swords is about mental strife, and it's about mental challenges. And that, if you think about it, that really is what the twin flame journey is about. It is about looking at the mental, the mind over matter, and really learning to live from the heart rather than the mind. And so the Three of Swords on a much deeper level is so the all about this journey. It is about, really focusing on the heart and learning to focus the mind on the heart. And then I said, what does David Bowie want to tell us about our reunions? And it was the Eight of Swords. So look at that. It's all mental at the moment, which is totally reflective of what's actually happening with the energies at the moment. Very much, having to have that mind over matter, because for lots of us, we don't have that visible connection. And so therefore it is about really going within to really trust in what we feel inside. And so the fact that David Bowie's message around our reunions is the Eight of Swords. But if you look here, it is the mummy. And within the mummy, there is also another little mummy, like the Russian dolls. And I've used the Russian doll reference as a message before, because we are uncovering layers and layers and layers and layers and layers until we really get down to the truth of who we are. And of course, the Eight of Swords is all about that. It's all about building up barriers. And so this is the message from David Bowie, is to say, you know, this is all about journey, about unleashing and uncovering all the barriers that you've created around yourself. And if you look here, there's the black crows. Black crows are all around change. And then I asked, what is the outcome? And the outcome is the Seven of Wands. And again, this is about basically breaking free and seeing in a new light. If you look here, he is like this amazingly strong warrior, and everything that is being thrown at him, he's just fighting it off. And again, the light versus the dark, realizing the twin flame journey is all about, you know, really focusing on being a light warrior and realizing that there is this journey of, or there is this battle, light versus dark, fear versus love, doubt versus love. And so the ultimate outcome for the twin flame is that you become this really, really strong light warrior. So the energy above, what I said, what was the crowning energy? And this card is so amazing. It's the Eight of Wands. And so the Eight of Wands is all fast-moving energy, right? If you look at here, it's fast-moving energy, light coming from above. And inspiration, right? Basically this firing fire out of the sky down to earth. And so that is the supporting energy coming from above. It is the winds of change. It is the, you know, the winds coming down from above to give us our spiritual truth. Again, just amazing. And then the final question that I then asked was, what is the outcome, the overall outcome for our twin flame family? And that could be on an individual level for you and your twin. If you're thinking about having a family, you can take it as a collective whole about the whole twin flames. It could be both. I mean, it really is whatever that instinct drives in you. So is it a question around you and your family? Is it a question around you and your twin flame? Will you have a family? It is that, and the broader question around what is the overall outcome for all of us twin flames that are on this journey. And I was so blown away because it was the Starman. It was the David Bowie card. So it was the number one in the deck. And so I'm going to read what the overall outcome was, because again, it was so beautiful, and it just gave me that real basically that real kind of, you know, kicks, you know, that, you know, when you're feeling down and you just need something to really give you a pick up. And when I pulled the card and when I asked what's the overall outcome for all of us twin flames, I actually asked what's the outcome for our twin flame family. And I was asking for myself on two levels. I was asking for me and my twin, but also for all of us. And when it was the Starman, which is ultimately the alchemist, you know, we are learning to be the alchemist. To look at the card, I mean, he's using the energy from Gaia. He's using the energy from above. He's basically this central energy force that is creating magic everywhere. And so it is amazing. The message is, I will blow your mind. So the Starman is an attractive field through which we can observe the self we believe to be true. We are being invited to see the inherent nature of the human condition and look at what has been fashioned by culture through the ages. The belief and value systems we have simply adopted. His glorious presence awakens us to see another realm entirely, and in that resonance, seemingly irrefutable facts are seen as fictions. So, seeing straight through the illusions, right? We see the Starman bringing the seed of transformation to the world, carrying the weapon that compels us to self-destruct in one hand, and the golden key that unlocks our supreme potential in the other. The luminous one descending to earth with his arms outstretched, the alien Messiah. A vision of ecstatic colour, light and fire. molecular worlds streaming tendrils of life-giving substance, travelling through space, surrendered in time, ripples in the exosphere, his presence shimmering with ancient symmetries, waiting for the moment to reveal his power, because he knows it will blow our minds. A palpable sense of creative potency hangs in the air, a hidden potential demanding to be realised, the dissolving of the starman's solid form into the golden pool of liquid light, the sheer willingness to melt himself down to be reborn as something fresh, something new, but contains all of the elements woven from the past, is a powerful metaphor. We too can place the personality and the various jaded facets of ourselves into the flame of the creative fire, to be reconfigured in ever more liberating, expressive and complex ways. We must throw ourselves into the white-hot flames, and despite this heat and sheer intensity, know that we can never disappear. To boldly confront the fear of destroying that which we cherish, something complete and comfortable, with great intrinsic value, and yet be courageous to break it down. To trust the Starman as he propels us towards the possibility of discovering what we didn't know that we didn't know, revealing the raw components of life, with all of the thoughts, frailties, passions and anxieties, which can now be transformed and recombined into something powerful, impactful and extraordinary. He knows power does not come from him, but through him, and he wields it with absolute integrity, creating something magical out of nothing. The Starman offers us the elixir, a constant visual theme and quest in my work with Bowie. How to create images that brought things to the surface to be seen, felt, and ultimately be healed of its own destruction. We must risk our own destruction, risk our own failure, and embrace what appears to be a mistake. Bowie seized upon things that would have been viewed as insignificant, and these were often the things that bore the most fruit. He wasn't afraid to pull things apart that already looked finished, to reveal something unexpected and significant. When the Starman appears, it is a signal to see what elements of your life can be reinvented and rethought in order to create and reveal something extraordinary. He is calling you to discover your full creative potential. So, manifest your reality. Ideas are communicated and brought into the physical world with ease. You have everything you need to create the world you desire. Reconfigure yourself in liberating, expressive, and complex ways. Okay. Now, the gorgeous thing about this is, if you've been following my channel for a while, I've been saying that I feel like Sherlock Holmes and Watson, because it's just like we are following this trail and like investigating everything, the messages that come through. And against the song Starman, I'll put it in the description box, I scrolled down and there was a comment by A. Watson. And so against the comment, it said, it referenced the owl, and so it referenced a car, and then it was the owl. Now the car is your light body, so the more light that we're taking on, the more we become the Starman, right? The more this process, the more we take this energy from above, you know, the 8 of Wands energy being this incredible energy that we're taking on from the heavens, we become more and more of the Starman. And it says against the comment, it said the car, and then it said what was wonderful, it said the owl. Now the owl is wisdom. It is your inner wisdom. It is the truth, right? And so this is what is so amazing, because these cards give such an incredible level of detail to what is, and I haven't had time to go through each of the meanings of each of the cards. But if you just re-listen to that message around the Starman, it is everything. It is everything that the journey is. It's releasing the old. It's becoming more and more of who you're supposed to be. It's becoming more and more of your power. Becoming more and more of this crazy, you know, creative force. And that is an incredible thing. So embrace the journey and embrace you, because you are powerful. Okay, take care. Bye.